they called me right at the time when I was becoming a young, like on the road to becoming a man. I was 16 going on 17 when I did it. I was dealing with so much like personal shit at the time. Um, Smelling myself a little bit, living in Chicago all alone for the first time. Mom stayed back in Atlanta, kind of just said,
Real life, real life. If that ain't real life,
If it ain't real life, just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
A lot of actors have often stated that sometimes they have to go into therapy to come out of a role once they've
oh
been in
yeah,
it so long. What is a role that you played that you was like, it started actually, you started becoming your person that you were in, the role that you were in?
probably roll bounce.
Okay.
Cause it caught me at a time where like we were saying earlier, um, they called me right at the time when I was becoming a young, like on the road to becoming a man. I was 16 going on 17 when I did it. I was dealing with so much like personal shit at the time. Um, Smelling myself a little bit, living in Chicago all alone for the first time. Mom stayed back in Atlanta, kind of just said, you got to go to Chicago for this audition. It was like a last minute thing. It was like chilling in the crib, yo, get on the plane. I don't like to fly, so motherfuckers like, go now, you got to go now, you got to go now. I had to hop up. I wasn't feeling it. I had a bad attitude. I go on audition, and the first scene they wanted me to do was the fucking garage scene where I'm breaking the car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all throwing this shit at me on the spot, and because of the state of mind I was in a dark place, and I didn't even think I could do it. But I fucking cried in the audition and went nuts. Kind of like how I was feeling. I kind of expressed it out through the character,
Amen.
and it was like, all we need to see is this. It's a go. And then, you know, that car scene and just everything, man. Like the whole movie. Like me even just thinking back on it, it's like I can feel where I was at that present time, and it was like the perfect place for me to be in life, for me to do that role of X and Roll Bounce. So I would say out of all the movies, Roll Bounce was the one that felt like I was not acting at all. And I think that's why the acting seemed so real and authentic. It's because it was some real shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why the movie is like probably like top 2 of mine that I've done.
So as far as like, we love you in the movies. We love you in the movies. But we haven't really seen you as far as like reality television, as far as like the Love and Hip Hops and stuff like that. Is there a reason why, or would you ever pursue that lane?
Yeah, I mean, not on that aspect, but we did growing up hip hop though, Atlanta, which I had the opportunity to not only be on it, but also executive produce the show. That was my first EP credit. That was cool, but I feel like it's like a gift and a curse. The reality TV game is kind of like the internet. It can either help you or it can break you. So, you got to just be kind of cautious on what you give them, because those networks, when you do shows like that, the network really don't give a fuck about you, right? I mean, they're there to put you out there to make a fool of yourself, make an ass out of yourself. You say the wrong thing in the shooting, you want to call them and say, "Can y'all edit that out?" They're not gonna edit that shit out because they know it's all about viewers. It's all about the viewership. So for me, it's a gift and a curse. So I got in and got out like 2 seasons of it. And I was like, nah, this could kind of go left if I continue this route. Let me go ahead and step back and get back into my groove and protect who I am and protect the brand and stay away from this. So I'll never do reality TV again.
Now, when you talk about just TV in general, is there a show that you feel like you would like to be a part of, or is there anything you're watching currently like, man, I would really love to be a part of that?
Um, there's only 2 shows right now I'm really watching. Like, well, 3 now that Power just came out, but yesterday. So I'm watching Power a lot. BMF, a good friend of mine, my old assistant, Anthony Wilson, he's the EP of BMF. So even if he wasn't, I'll still be watching. Just being grown up in Atlanta and understanding the whole BMF movement. And I actually got the shoot season 3. I actually got the script to that. So hopefully something could pop
Amen.
for that. But yeah, BMF, Snowfall. I would say Snowfall, but it's the final season. But those are really like the 2 shows that I'm just like stuck, just glued to watching really right now. Yeah, because like I said, I follow the stories in real life, and now to actually watch it and visualize it, just a natural fan of those shows. I love those shows a lot.
Man, you know what always killed me, because everybody always try to get me to get into BMF, and I'd be like, I know what happens. He
Yeah,
goes to jail.
yeah. Yeah, but it's like that with any like biopics or pics
Right.
about people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when Denzel did Malcolm X. Of course, it's like, all right, we know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And it's really all about just watching the story and the acting and everything that goes along with it. And like I know the day is coming. Like I'm just like, all right, when season 6 hits, I'm sure we're gonna see a different Meech. There'll be a grown up Meech playing Meech, and eventually that point will happen. But it's the thrill, it's the roller coaster ride of the journey and just watching the story. And so we know how it is. It's just fun to watch the ride.
Real life.